룸 2에서 뭔가를 하고 있는데
Yes. Hannah and I are just double checking the materials list that our science tutors have given us for their university class.
What kind of material?
Well, for our chemistry and biology classes this summer, we are going to be having lab classes in week 4 and week 5.
Lab classes.
Next week, we're going to be doing a biology experiment, and it's going to be regarding extracting DNA from various fruits. And 2 weeks later, in chemistry, we're going to do a titration experiment. Got the equipment set up, and Hannah was just teaching me a little bit about it because she's an expert.
So this is just called a burette. This is a volumetric flask, and these are just simple beakers. I believe the students are going to perform a titration experiment, which is really commonly used in chemistry. The acid goes here, and there's usually a base here, and then you just keep pouring the acid into the base until a chemical reaction known as neutralization occurs, which is indicated by a color change. So the color of this would change, and then use the amount of volumes to determine the unknown concentration.
Hannah, so you are studying MPhom, right?
Yeah.
So during your course, do you usually go to lab?
Oh yeah, we have labs every 2 weeks, I believe, for like 2 to 3 hours.
And there are some homework after an experiment, right?
Yeah, you have to write down each reading, and you also have to write lab reports. So I think it's really helpful for students to get familiar with the equipment.
Mike,
Yes.
so is a lab report important to get good grade?
Oh, actually, if you want to get an A star or A in chemistry or biology, certainly the lab report must be done well. So for pretty much every university, they're going to have 3 major components of their science grade and foundation. They're going to have a midterm, a final, and a lab report. And the percentage ranges anywhere from about 25 to 40%. So on average, 30 or 35% of their grade is going to be comprised of this lab.
Mike, may I ask you to introduce the material we prepared?
Sure, so we have some chemicals, and some of them are on the way because we had to order them a little bit special. But Hannah explained this kind of materials. For the DNA extraction, we're gonna have fruit, but we're gonna buy that just a little bit before. We're gonna be crushing it up through a coffee filter, and then it's gonna be dripping into the beakers. We're gonna prepare buckets of ice. We have these funnels, we have gloves of various sizes because we have to practice lab safety, and we have some other equipment that's going to be on the way. So we have 4 sets of equipment. So in our classroom, we're going to set up 3 or 4 teams of students. Each team lab group will be 2 or 3, and it's quite normal, right? When you do a lab, you usually have a partner.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be quite realistic to what students will experience in their foundation program, and also preparing them well for year 1, 2, 3, 4 of their MPhom program.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for your explanation.
You're welcome. We're looking forward to sharing this kind of video and photos with you when we do our lab experiments. So please continue to watch our videos, subscribe, like, and
Comment, please.
okay, see you all soon. Bye.
See ya.